So this is the laser and engraving machine which you have in a laboratory, and this is the make from Sil Lasers Pune, and this machine has the capacity to cut material, all the non-metals, okay, excluding stones, wherein you can also have engravings in those things. Okay. And the maximum thickness of the material which can be cut by this machine is 15 mm. And all types of machines, you get all type of materials, like all non-metals can be cut here. And this cutting area is about 4 cross 4 in feet, that is 120 mm into 110 mm. So this is the working area where you can see your entire 3-axis coordinate system is here, and this is the work table, okay, and this is the this is the y-axis, x-axis movement, y-axis movement, and your z-axis movement will be in your just your height of your laser, okay, and this is a honeycomb structure for your table in order to facilitate the bursts which are coming out after your cutting, right? So let me first explain the construction of the machine. Okay. So this machine is first, when you are trying to start the machine, this is the one which you have to start with. This is the chiller unit. Okay. So this is used to cool the laser tube in order to maintain a constant temperature inside the laser tube. Okay. So here you can see the temperature set here is 25. Okay. This chiller unit will start when your temperature is going above 25 degrees Celsius in your laser tube, okay, and it automatically stops when your chiller temperature, when your laser tube temperature is going below 25 degrees Celsius. So you can see the laser tube at the rear end of the machine. Okay, so this is the laser tube here. This is like a heart of your laser machine. Okay, and this entire system is like a closely packed system, because since laser is being used, it should always be safety is the first thing here, okay. Then, and coming here, this is your user interface where you can control all the working of your entire machine here, right? And here you can see another model is your compressor, okay, which is used to regulate the laser beam in your machine, and as well as to suck out the excess amount of fumes, because while you are engraving or cutting, a lot of fumes will be getting generated. Okay. So those fumes will be sucked out and it will be sent through this pipe to the outer atmosphere. And this is the here you can see this is the main area where you can have the switch on and off, mains, the LAN connection, okay, and the laser on, laser light on, exhaust on, and the pen drive and USB options are available here. Okay, so this is the construction here, and when looking at here, you can see the very important parts which controls the accuracy of your laser is, all the laser is from the laser tube, the laser is traveling through the mirrors, reflection mirrors. Okay, so at this inner edge there is a mirror, okay, where that laser again travels to this mirror here and gets reflected to this work spot mirror here, and then gets directly to the working area. Okay, so this is how your laser travels. Okay, and this laser focus is controlled by this two x and y axes, and the height here is being controlled by the z axis. Okay, so everything you can control. You can see this is the control panel here. Okay, so you can find all the keys which has each and everything. Okay, so let me explain the very important keys now. So these are the navigation buttons. So when you are clicking this, you can see that okay, so let me first go with this. Okay, that is menu. Okay, then file. So file is the one which shows the memory. So here you can see all the previous models which are been taken from the, which have been already fed to the machines here. Okay, so here you can see with this buttons you can navigate, and you can see that is your last one will be here, that is your 123 file. Okay, so this is the file which you are going to do it today, and you can see there is a column called as count. Count is nothing but how many times you have run this file, that is what here. Okay, so when after selecting the files, okay, if you are entering it, you will be getting the preview of the file which is going to be done. Okay, this is a preview of the file, and here you can see the parameter set. So these parameters set will be the one which you have decided in the software. Okay, and next is you have to go for origin. Okay, so before starting your cutting or engraving operations, what you have to do is you have to place the workpiece on the work table here, and you have to ensure minimum 5 to 6 mm is the gap between the laser nozzle tip and the top surface of your workpiece. Okay, this is very much important. So this can be set using the Z and Z movement here in the control panel. Okay, so once that is done, okay, so you can see that using this manuals here, I can easily travel the laser nozzle in backward, forward, left side and right side movements. Okay, this is possible. So with this, according to the workpiece which you are having, you have to set the origin first. Okay, so set the origin. So for setting the origin, after moving your nozzles, you can find a button called here as an origin here. Okay, if you can click it, and you have to check the frame whether so this is here the frame within which your entire your drawing or the operation is going to be made. So you have to click frame. So this will check whether your enough workpiece is there left for performing the operation. Okay, so this is very important. You have to first check the origin and check the frame. Okay, so when you are clicking the frame, you can see the nozzle is moving without starting the laser. Okay, then once it is done, you can click start. Yes. So now initially the engraving operation will be happening, after which you will be having the cutting operation. Now we can see the engraving operation happening, and it's better to close the, you can see a lot of fumes are generating here, so it is always better to close the lid. And I am going to start the exhaust now. It will be a bit noisy. So here we have been using the acrylic sheet. Okay, we can also use, we do also have MDF sheets also as well. So whenever you are preparing a drawing, you have to make sure according to the drawing dimensions, the sufficient enough amount of workpiece is available with you. So that is very, very important. Okay. So here you can see the exhaust fans are working underneath here. Okay, so these fans are used to absorb the excess amount of fumes that are getting generated and will be sending out through the tubes outside. Okay. So reason why I have given this type of drawing is any type of drawing can be converted here. Okay, so that is why instead of giving an engineering component drawing, I have given you this. Okay, so this machine is to only the input is the form of DXF file. So if DXF file is there, so the software itself converts into RDX file here, and you can use it. So similarly, the operation can also be seen in this file itself. So you can see a red color point which is moving here, which shows the progress here, work progress. Okay. So you can see engraving is done. Now it is cutting. So the outer border is set for cut and the inner border is set for engraving. So once it is done, you will be hearing a beep. Okay, so wait for 1 minute. Okay, so that all the fumes which I got generated will be sent out. So once it is done, you can open the lid. Okay, so you can see the finished product here. Okay, so let me just take it outside. So before that, let's see how it has happened. So after removing all the excessive burrs, so this is your final product here. Okay. Right, so this is your final product. So always after completing your cutting and engraving operations, so make sure to shut down all the control systems. Okay, and here in your accessory control system you can also see there's an emergency button. Okay, which is useful when if anything goes wrong or it is something getting burned up, so you can hit the emergency button so that all your entire system will shut down immediately. Okay.